Hey there guys, it's me Morrowan, and holy crow, this is gonna be a War Machine battle report. Now I know that we're all in lockdown and like, Morrowan, how the hell did you even get a game? But it just turns out that I forgot my camera in my gaming bag and I kind of realized, oh yeah, I took some pictures of a game, so this is fantastic. I can use this, I can do a battle report, and yeah, then there might be a little bit of stall to the next one, but we'll talk about that later. Anyway, this game here is going to be between myself and Mark, co-host of Shoulda Boosted, and should be an interesting one. So this is going to be the first time I'm trying out this list that I'm running, and the whole idea is that I got this Nemo 4, I got the Crab Nemo 4 going conversion, and I've been trying with some different lists. I've been finding lots of success with Siege 1, but I really feel that I really like this idea of recursion with him, and if I pair that, say, with Haley3's recursion, I just think it's going to be bonkers. So that's really what this entire list is all about. Nemo 4 is only running the Dynamo, the Stormclad and the Firefly are both on Haley3, and yeah, the whole idea is I'm going to have this super high defense Sword Knights, the defense 13, 15 of base to base. Within that temporal distortion, that's going up to 17, and if the Morrowans also get in there, that's defense 19, so good luck killing them, and then once you do, I can just be bringing back a whole bunch of them every turn, so really looking forward to this. Mark on the other side there, what he decided to run was this Zaateroth list. So Zaateroth, one of his favorite casters, I know he's been talking about this type of matchup before and thinks that this is good into it, so I want to see how bad this is going to be or how good for me. I mean, really, my win condition going into this, I'm not going to kill Zaateroth. I'm probably not going to win on scenario. I am literally attacking his clock. I just want to go up there and contest the best I can. I might score a point now and then just to kind of put the pressure on, but I just want to keep on being like, okay, come in, kill some of my guys, I'll bring them back. Kill some more of my guys, I'll bring them back. And meanwhile, it's just a cost on that clock. Even like, when Zaateroth pops the feet and it's like, oh no, I can't kill his stuff. Who cares? I'm probably not going to try and kill his stuff anyway. So anyway, that's my game plan and we'll see if it works. So he wins first turn, and he's really just coming on up here. So, the gate's doing gate things. He has a danger noodle on either side. He has a shrieker there, and he's going to be summoning in another shrieker. So shriekers are a problem because when they hit you, they then hit other stuff around it, and doesn't need to re-roll the hit or anything like that. So if he can just hit my one high defense thing, it then hits a lot of defense things. So yeah, that could be a problem. But again, if I can just mitigate the damage and slowly take it on, that's okay. And otherwise, yeah, you can really tell from looking at this. I mean, he does have the one ambushing unit, so I have to keep that in mind. And so potentially it could be going into a zone either side. I really don't think he's going to do that. I think either he's going to attach me on the left or he's going to be trying to attack my knights on the right. So I'll have to keep that in mind. One of the things I should say about the terrain is that upside down one in the middle, that's a cloud. And then this potato thing on the right, that's just like a super huge like mountain type thing. So yeah, that's basically what we're dealing with. So on my turn, I'm just basically getting up there and trying to be a little bit more defensive. So on the right, I'm just spacing things out, making sure that he can't get to me very well. Haley comes in, I bring in the other Haleys. I'm casting Temporal Distortion just to kind of get that defense up there. My free solo that I'm going to be bringing in is my Gun Mage Captain, so he's really good at sniping out his solos. And I do know he does have the one Umbral Guardian that he can come in, pop in here and shield guard, and at the end of the day, sometimes against Infernals I just won't shoot so that it won't come in, but I got a lot of shooting in here between like Nemo 4 and Dynamo and some other stuff, so I just might have to eat the bullet and let him bring in an Umbral Guardian at some point, but we'll see how things go. So on his turn, he does bring in his ambushers. He doesn't go for the guys on the right. He actually goes for Nemo. Now, I knew that this was a threat and that he could get on to me, but in total honesty, this is a bait because he can come into me, but I'm fully camped. I can always just go and reduce the damage being done to me. He might get some spikes. I might take some damage. I can just heal that with my own mechanics. And then otherwise, I have this awesome pulse thing that automatically hits everything within 2 inches. So I was actually wondering, depending where he comes in, what if I should be shooting and blah, blah, blah. No, in this one here, I'm just going to zap all these guys. Otherwise, you know, the Shriekers are coming up and they're starting doing their shrieking things. And oh goodness, do they do work. I mean, one Shrieker hits Nemo and kills one of his buddies in the back. But look at my poor Sword Knights. They are decimated. I'm down to like, I can't remember if I can't see there if it's 3 or 4, but I am decimated. So whereas I'd hoped to save my feet for later to bring them back, it's going to have to be now. So very unfortunate. Another thing that's unfortunate too is that Nemo 4 can only either zap the things around him or bring models back. And so whereas I could normally bring models back and be fine and maybe not even have to feat, no, because of this I'm definitely going to have to feat because Nemo needs to zap. So with that in mind, then Nemo zaps and kills all those things over there, and then I actually take some shots just to try and see what's going to happen here, and I'm actually able to kill the stuff that's all around me, so the entire unit is gone. I don't need to worry about anything around me, and he doesn't bring in the Umbral Guardian yet, so he's saving it for when I'm trying to go for one of his Shriekers. And so basically once I saw that, I was like, you know what, how about we just don't shoot anymore? So I go up there, I kill the one Arc node that's up there, I feat, I bring back as many Sword Knights as I can, kind of like space them around, and just kind of hoping for the best. Meanwhile, on the right side, I'm just planning to hold that down. You know, if he doesn't want to come into that zone, great, I'll score it like I did right now. I'm going to score this zone here, but yeah, otherwise I have a great spot where I can keep on feeding things into that cloud, contesting his flag, and yeah, this is fantastic in my mind. You know, everything looking fairly safe, getting that bubble up. I took a big hit here, but it's okay. So really on scenario, I'm up 2 points because I score the right zone and I also score the flag. So the pressure is on to him. But again, if he just wipes out those center Sword Knights, I could be in some trouble too. So on his turn, that's precisely what he does. You know, between all the Shriekers doing their shrieking things and the Danger Noodle going in there as well, yeah, they're able to kill off all the Sword Knights and also my Archon as well. So yeah, so much for that. That really, really, really hurts. One of the biggest things that kind of happened here, though, is that this took a lot of time, you know, in order to try and go through all these attacks and try and line up all the hits and things like that. This really did take a lot of time off of his clock. He also decided, because he had the damage to do it, he went and destroyed my objective as well. So my objective is down. He gets a point for that. He's going to score his flag. He's going to go to 2. I'm going to be getting another one because of how on the right side I was able to score that again, because he didn't actually go into the zone, unfortunately. I think he thought he was going to leave and come back in, and then it just didn't work out for whatever reason. But, you know, to me, again, I don't think I'm going to win this on scenario. I'm going to win this on clock attrition, basically, and it does super hurt that I lost all those troops in the center, but I'm also in a very good spot here to hit him hard. You know, he counterfeited, so his defense is higher, but in all honesty, you know, like, my mat is pretty good at mat 7. If I boost, I can really hit. I got Ragman there, and those Danger Noodles don't really have a lot of boxes, even though they're heavies, so I have a good chance of actually removing them. So that's actually going to be my plan. I want to get Nemo into the left zone, getting a little bit more aggressive there, get my unit over so I can start threatening to score that one. Again, trying to space him out so I can just make him deal with a lot of issues and trying to take more time to think things out and make attacks. And if I can get rid of these heavies, I'm really in a much better spot. So that's what I do, and wow, did it go a lot better than I thought. If you look on the left side there, I kept on missing his Nicia or Saxon, whatever that solo is. It kept on I'm missing and dodging around, so it's kind of like on the other side of Nemo's. He can't see it very well right now, so I don't get that left side, but big deal, who cares? The main thing is you might notice that he's down 2 heavies. So I was feeling really good on the center one there, or the left one I should say, where Ragman goes up there, and I'm just hitting that thing so hard. Dynamo getting stronger every single time. But yeah, I'd basically just kill that one off, and then it was like, oh, well, I'll make a couple attacks here on the right, see what happens. And yeah, between what happens there with the Precursor Knights and the Stormclad, I kill off that one as well. Again, it just doesn't have a lot. Something else to keep in mind too is that my Temporal Distortion basically takes away a lot of his feat because he's +3 defense, but at the same time, Temporal Distortion will lower things within 5 by 2 defense. So basically his whole feat just says +1, and that's really not all that great. So I don't score the left zone, I don't score my flag, I can test his zone, I score my zone. So scenario looking great, attrition looking great. And because of that, he decides to try and shoot for an assassination. The odds aren't very good. And one of the things I was saying with these Shriekers too is that he gets these auxiliary attacks, so that really helps him as well. But basically he comes up here, he's going to be cursing me and then actually just trying to shoot me. But man, it's tough, right? Because Haley's defense 16, Temporal Distortion means that it's 18. Behind this house, that's going to be 22. So even when you curse me, I'm still defense 20, so that's pretty crazy. And as you'd probably guess, he comes in here, tries to take the shots, it just doesn't happen for him, and at that point there, he's basically at a clock. I'm about to go and kill off the rest of his, center part of his army here, and at that point, it's really going to be done. So at this point, we just call it and say that it's done. But yeah, this list went fantastic. It's one of those things where I feel like too many Cygnar players are playing with Nemo 4 just with Siege and ignoring any of the other casters, and really just kind of ignoring that whole recursion element, which I think is just huge. It's such a huge thing. I mean, maybe me as a Merc player playing with the battle engine that brings back Forge Guard, and even just playing, I played quite a bit with the other, I always forget if it's the brick house or the block house, that battle engine little bunker that brings back trenchers. It does a lot for you, and I've done a lot of that in the past, and I really see a lot of potential here. I mean, again, he had the tools to pick it apart pretty well, but even then, it was a real struggle to make it happen in the end. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Unfortunately, because of the lockdown then, I probably won't have any more battle reports until things are back up and running again, though at the same time I think I might try and do a few where it's like me versus myself, but I'm gonna have a different video talking about that. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later. Bye.